By this time, I think everyone should have seen the balance patch notice. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think. And now I will tell you what I think. First of all, should I be happy or should I be unhappy with the patch? Because I'm happy due to the fact that they pay attention to the weaker family or more underused unit, which is not bad, but they didn't do anything to any of the meta unit, free to play or non-free to play. So we might see another season of the same thing, probably. We start off the patch with a long list of Druid stuff. Like, it is literally 50% of the patch is all about Druid, the thing that they introduced into the game, and it was nothing compared to the ponies. So they decided to buff the entire family. And yes, the entire family, even the good ones, they become better. Before that, they nerfed the Dark Lightning Emperor just a little bit in PvE. So, but I know none of you guys have that shit, so let's move on. Next, they increased the stun chance for all the Druid from 15 to 35%. Skill up give you another 15. It's gonna be 50% stun for all the Druid in beast form. This is almost as good as Fran skill 1, but not as good. Wild Blow for Water and Wind. This skill used to not do damage according to defense in the human form, which make it very weak in human form. But now it will do damage according to defense, and it will do more damage in the beast form. So the Wild Blow just got a little bit wilder, okay? Add some technique to it. No, just kidding. The same goes for Dark Druid. They need to make it so that the human form Wild Blow is not weak. The provoke chance for all the Druid increased from 30% to 50%. This has been suggested on Twitch, YouTube, Reddit, everywhere. You know, everywhere. This makes perfect sense because 30% is like nothing. Do you see a Molong stun with 40%? No. So 50%. Fair enough. The water one. Okay. Change from himself to another ally, which means he's more of a protector now. Compared to before, he's a selfish unit. This happened to Josephine. She used to only save herself from the stun, but now she saved the ally. But there's one thing I'm not sure. Increase your attack power by 100% if another ally. So what if he get under 30%? Do you still keep it like Josephine? Or is removed entirely from him and just allies? I'm not sure, but this is great. This is gonna make arena defense even better because you have so many allies. One of them will probably fall below 30% after Lucian Amp, and he will proc the passive and heal them, which is pretty good. He now also have a passive healing, so running him with good speed allow him to get more turn on violent will help him to heal ally even better. We may see more Water Druid in RTA in those very hard to kill comp like Vanessa, Triana, and now we had Water Druid, because if you try to shut down, let's say, Vanessa early, you may trigger this bad boy and then he's gonna heal everybody up, and that's not cool. For the Fire Druid, change from increase attack power by 20% to absorb 15% attack power. This is a good and a bad thing. It's good if you can absorb it. It's bad if you don't absorb it. You don't get it as well. That's the problem with absorption. If your effect get resisted, you don't get the attack bar. So before this, he used to get attack bar every turn he attacked, but now if enemy has immunity, he don't get the attack bar because it is absorption. Increase attack power to 100% instead of 50. Amazing change. That is a huge damage boost. Damage increased by 10% of each harmful effect granted on an enemy. This is incredible for cleaving with Fire Druid. Okay? He himself can do a lot of debuff, armor break, provoke, and attack break from skill 3. So now if he can, let's say, proc violent to skill 2, he can clap, and that's going to do a lot more damage compared to before. This is insane. So hit a like if you want to see damage comparison pre-patch and post-patch. I may Devilmon this guy. You may get some love, baby. You may, depending on how good you are. Alright? They also buffed the Wind Druid as if that dude is not good enough. I'm not sure about the change from shield to defense stats, but I like the change to defense stats because Your boy do damage according to defense. Huh. Buffing Wind Druid. Guild Watch just got a little bit harder. They buffed the Dark Desert Queen. People claim this Desert Queen is probably the shittiest. A lot of people say that. I don't necessarily agree or disagree because I don't own one. I don't fight one a lot. Whenever I fight one, I just get wrecked because you can't stop this thing from just disperse stun your entire team. Now, she get an extra 10% activation rate on the skill, make it 95%, not 100, but 95 is close enough. Also, her passive allow her to put silence. It means the skill 2 now put 4 debuff, armor break, glancing, heal block, and silence. They take away her stun immunity. Oh, but still you can put on full resist because your skill can't be resisted. Buff the Elsharion, increase your attack power by 30% of each beneficial effect you are granted with. Wow, this is a great buff for damage for Elsharion.
Perfect. 40k on the first skill.
He was doing decent damage already because he has speed scaling damage, and Ifrit stats are not too shabby for damage dealing purpose. He usually will steal your stuff, so naturally he'll get this free attack power buff. If you bring him with Wusa, and then he steal whatever buff you have 3 buff on his head. If he steal front attack buff, he's gonna do a lot of damage. And with a lot of damage, he can break shield and steal buff even easier after that. So, a great change to Elsharion. AoE strip. Finally, they put stripping on a beast monk, but unfortunately, it's a dark beast monk. So, not gonna be very impactful because not a lot of people have this guy, but for those who have him, congrats, okay? New stripping option for you in guild battle. Because that's where Beast Monk shine the most. I hope they add leader skill for Beast Monk in guild battle. Like, please. Just drop the dungeon leader skill. Nobody use Beast Monk in dungeons. Make them have guild leader. They're gonna be great. Like, amazing. Jack-o'-lantern ghost appearance give more debuff. Gonna be pretty decent for R5. Jack-o'-lantern light. Attack speed increase proportionate to the number of harmful effect granted to yourself. Sounds like a full buff for Jack Light in R5. Because when you have a lot of debuff on yourself, you get more speed to get out of the debuff state faster. Sort of, you know? And they put out more debuff from skill 2. Glancing, weaken attack power, and heal block is like the perfect R5 debuff combination. So if you need a damage dealer for R5, the Jackal, the Fire and the Light one is not bad. They put out good debuff. They have speed scaling damage. So, you know, very decent for R5 damage dealer. Fire Dryad will now become a new choice if you want to strip will runes. Decrease the beneficial effect duration by 1 turn. Is not good at stripping Usa Velajo, but it is good at stripping will runes because will rune only lasts 1 turn. The wind one. Who used the wind one? Let me know in the comment section. Okay? Because I don't want to talk about it. There's nothing to talk about. It's pretty self-explanatory. They also buffed the young Tyrone. More net for option for CC comp. Decrease attack speed for 2 turns. For the stun skill. So when you compare to Varad push attack bar back and freeze for 1 turn. That is technically 2 turn denial. For this boy, if you freeze and then they get out the freeze, they'll be in the slow effect. It is also sort of 1.5 turn denial, something like that, because you will take very long to recover from that freeze. So I would say this is really, really nice. He also do a lot of damage if you're lucky.
Tyrone's not doing anything! He's not doing anything!
But this is weird. In the video, in the balance patch video, they show light self. They didn't do anything to the light self. Why you lie to me, come to us? Like, am I a joke to you? Succubus, buff. This skill, Twisted Joy, is very good against multi-buff team like Wusa. The more buff, the more debuff you can put on. So if you can land that 2-turn sleep, this is better than Hathor. But it's RNG because there are 3 debuff. The Wind one now have AoE sleep. This is what Hathor should look like in my opinion. Attack random enemy targets 5 times, so it is a pseudo AoE sleep. If you sleep them and you hit them again with the same hit, it do more damage and put a continuous damage. Very interesting. This might be a budget Hathor. Phantom Thief. I have this guy. I'm not sure what to change. I have a friend who is a fan of the Fire Phantom Thief and he's angry. He has a grudge with this change right here. Deal more damage if enemy is twice your HP or higher. I'm not sure whether it's current status HP or max HP. We need to test that. It should be max HP because if it's current status, then if I don't kill him after the first hit and he's not twice my HP anymore, I don't get the free passive damage. Feels like a nerf to me. But we need to test that. Now, this line is gonna be one of the most impactful lines. This is a pseudo nerf to Vert and Diana, those turn cycling annoying unit. Because Antares is now gonna be a very legit pick against those high turn cycling unit that don't really kill you quick. Also, this passive should be added to our summon rate, you know? If Nat 5 doesn't get summoned, the Nat 5 summon rate will be increased. Water Lich, trying to be Fire Monkey, but too switchy to be one. Not sure about this. Still, anti-crit is just, unless they buff the chance for Water Lich to avoid a critical hit, because now even Perna can still crit and Water Lich. I swear to you, even Perna can still crit easily. Look, that Perna's gonna crit my Regal, watch. Crit my Regal, come on. Anti-crit. Water element. Anti-crit. Great game. I tell you, this is the best game in the market. You have to play this. They buffed Martial Cat. Wait a minute. They buffed Martial Cat after selling transport for Martial Cat. What a surprise. I don't know about all these buffs though. I hate the fire Martial Cat change. I like the attack by reduction. But now it destroys your HP. I hate destroy effect. It just doesn't feel like anything at all. So this patch, I would say Druid, solid buff, crazy change. Succubus has a very interesting change, but still, will they be viable? We need to see. Fire Lich is now a very solid pick against Diana. So that's what they want to do. They don't want to nerf Diana, so they buff Fire Lich to even be more cancerous against Diana user. I like that. But not a single line that addressed the current meta, the current popular meta pick. Vert, Fran, Asia, Hathor, Vanessa. Yeah, nothing. Not as impactful as the previous one we got 3 months ago. At least we have something. Let me know in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in the next balance patch. No, I'm just kidding. Tomorrow. Okay? Bye.